What the hell did I just watch? I'm still processing what happened. That was so fucking dramatic. That is what reality TV should be. I am literally just finished watching Love Island USA episode 12. Holy fuck. That was an emotional roller coaster. Crying over Love Island? Yes, I'm unhinged. It began as a normal episode and I thought the hypocrisy of these women, it drives me fucking crazy. But then as it went on, it got more dramatic. Everything was happening, and then in the end I was just shocked. I tell you what, Love Island UK needs to get Love Island USA on the phone, because that is drama. Let's start off calm before we work our way up to the madness, because I don't think my heart can take much more of this. I'm about to lose my voice and everything. Jalen has made it clear from the start that he's interested in Orlandria, and tonight he asked her for a kiss and he just gave her a peck because he was trying to be a gentleman. His actions have made Taylor step up his game, but not really. And again, he keeps telling Orlandria that she's stunning and all that, and Taylor's still like not really sexually attracted to her, so she's as well with him anyway. Obviously the public agree, because that's who they ended up with in the end. What I will say is, I've seen a few people making videos about Love Island USA, and people are slagging Jalen like there's something up with him. Now, if you watch my videos, you'll know that I never fancy anybody in there. They're too young for me, and generally speaking, I don't really fancy people other than my partner anyway. It's like some sort of mental health problem I've got. But I genuinely think that he's got a cute face. I'm not really into muscles or anything, but he seems like a genuinely nice guy. Why is everybody ripping the piss? Let me know in the comments, I don't get it. But anyway, regardless of that, America voted for Jalen and Orlandria to be together. Perfect choice. If you're American, please let me know in the comments who you voted for. I didn't get the privilege of voting, unfortunately. Ace was speaking to Shelley, and he's like, oh, I'm an honest guy, I just want to be open with you, and I'm open to get to know Iris and explore, and she's had enough. She's like, he's wanting to explore every cunt that walks into the villa. On you go. Realistically though, has she gave up, or is she just annoyed? When Austin said he took a step back subconsciously, she's trying to support him, but she's like, I don't want to be there like trying to push somebody, I want them to actually try. Fair enough. I do kind of feel bad for Austin, but at the same time, you would think that Ace's actions would make him try harder. In my last video, I says that Huda was unhinged, and coming from me, that is really saying something. And somebody says, oh, Jeremiah's a big boy, if he doesn't like it, he's had 2 chances to leave. When did he have the chances to leave? There's been recouplings, but why should he stand up and just volunteer to leave the villa because of her actions? Now, I genuinely believe that he likes her and she likes him, but she's just too much. Like, asking to get his location and all that when they leave the villa, and they've not even been together for like a month, is fucking like insanity to me. And I know things move fast in there, but it's just too much. In the challenge, he went into the cabin with Orlandria and he kissed her, and Huda was fucking raging. And I would be raging too, but it is a challenge, and I think that Jeremiah is trying to show the guys basically that he's not under the thumb, even though he clearly is. I think it was more about showing other people that just because Huda's been controlling doesn't mean to say I'm not going to do what I want. But obviously she didn't take it very well, and then when she got into the log with whoever it was, she went, oh, I'm going to show you what you're not getting tonight. I watched somebody else's video yesterday and they were talking about Huda and her saying like she wants him to do cute things for her and plan dates and stuff like that, and they were saying if you're giving him everything, then why should he have to try? And usually I wouldn't really agree with that, right? But like, if you meet somebody outside, if you meet somebody in a club and you go home with them, or you've not known them for a long period of time and you go with them, okay, that's all fine and well, like do what you want to do. But I do think that when you're in Love Island, you should not be sleeping with people. That's just my personal opinion, right? Like, people can do whatever they want, but she had sex with him in the bedroom, and then she was in the dressing room, and she says to the girls, oh, I need to tell you something, but I can't say, like, and they says, oh, you had sex, and she says, I can't tell you where or when. Bitch, they were all in the room. They were all in the room with you. Do you know what I mean? And then when she was saying to Jeremiah, oh, you can't do what you want until the lights are off, people have got fucking ears. It's not like the lights are off and fucking nobody's home. If people are comfortable having sex on national television, 100% go for it, do you know what I mean? I've been watching that open house and they're full on naked, full on doing everything. That's fine. But if you're in there to truly find a relationship, the one, and you're having sex with somebody in less than 2 weeks, and she's only doing it to try and keep his interest, it's not right. But again, I mean, it's her body, she can do what she wants with it, but just personal opinion, I don't think they should be having sex in there, literally unless they've been together for weeks. But I don't control other people's bodies. It was so clear that the American public were going to vote for Iris to be with Jeremiah, and now she's obviously thinking that there's been more in the conversations than what there has, and she was obviously like shocked, right, because she doesn't know what's going on in the outside. All she thinks is, oh, Jeremiah really likes me and I like him. She's not thinking, oh, I'm coming across as controlling, I'm coming across as like desperate almost. And I don't like to say that about people, but that is how she's coming across. But she's coming across as unhinged as fuck. And the American public wanted the drama and they got it. Well, they really got it. Let me know in the comments if you think that Jeremiah really likes Huda as much as he's making out. Why else would he be putting up with that shit? Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that Huda's a nice person, but I do think that she needs help. When Iris was paired up with Jeremiah and the Islanders had to vote for who was going, you knew straight away that Ace was going to vote for Huda. And he stood up and he did his wee speech. And in a way, I thought, good for him. He's being honest and he's saying, they're not exploring, this is bullshit, like it's fake basically, right? And in one part of me was thinking, good for him for being honest and speaking his truth, as they say, right? But at the same time, I kind of thought, he's kind of kicking her while she's down. So I had mixed feelings about that. I always feel this way with Ace. Sometimes I think, oh, he's a really nice guy, he's being honest, or whatever. But then at the same time, I think just because you're being honest doesn't mean to say that you get away with doing all this extra stuff. And it confuses me. Right, so let's fucking get into it. Let's actually get into it. I'm not even prepared. As we know, in the last episode, Hannah was kissing Pepe. Well, she wasn't just kissing Pepe, she was straddling him. She was practically wanting to sit on the guy's face, right? She's single, she's exploring, she can do what she wants, all fine and well. But in tonight's episode, I didn't appreciate her attitude whatsoever. When she came out and she was talking to Nick and that, and Nick says to Pepe, oh, you've got makeup on your face, and she was like, was there a need for that? Was there a need? Can you imagine if Nick had went and kissed Bella and then came down and somebody says, oh, you've got makeup on your face, and he's like, oh. Nobody's laughing, mate. So at the start, I was like, the fucking hypocrisy of these women drives me fucking mental. It's one rule for the men, another rule for the fucking women. And I'm just about to go off on one in my video in Love Island UK as well. I can't be fucking bothered with it. These women, they ask for equality and then they think they can just fucking do what they want to men. It drives me fucking crazy. But anyway, she's playing the game the way it's meant to be played and it's all fine and well. No harm done. She only told Charlie that they kissed because Nick was like, look, you're going to need to tell him because you made out with him there and you called it the make-out room and now you're kissing him. So when Charlie pulled Iris for a chat, who was going to be raging? Surely not Hannah. Surely not Hannah, who was practically dry humping the new guy. Nah, she can't say shit. Oh no, she had something to say about it. Oh, he pulled me for a chat, I didn't pull him for a chat. No, but he was fucking practically inside you 5 seconds later. Then he pulled Amaya for a chat, and I didn't like Amaya up until the night, right? She was like, Hannah's my girl, and she was really upset, and I thought, do you know what? She's actually like totally different from what I was thinking. But then she ended up voting him out at the end. I was shocked. I thought she was going to pick Taylor. Then it would have been a draw. And then what would have happened? After kissing Pepe again and saying I'm going to make out with Pepe whenever I want, she then spoke to Charlie and says that she really liked him and blah, blah, blah. But he ended up going anyway. I'm just about to run out of time. But she was like heartbroken. What the fuck did she think was going to happen when she was kissing Pepe all the time? I've literally ran out of time. Charlie's gone. Get Charlie onto Love Island UK right now because they're all fucking plebs in there.